Hi, I got this order of stuff from Wet Wild. Most of it is stuff they released for Halloween. There's a couple things in here that aren't, just because I was trying to get my free shipping, and my stuff is already 30% off, so just trying to fill in the gaps. I'm going to start with this black highlighter, which I know Jeffrey made one first a few years ago. You know, like, most of the time this stuff's going to be used on the eyes or, like, to do kind of a zombie look. So I didn't end up buying Jeffrey's when he had it because it was a little pricey just for that. But this little one, 30% off, so it was like $3 something. I will say that this is not quite like their other highlighters. Like, it doesn't even really have that much of a sheen to it. It just literally is just like a black eyeshadow with a little bit of glitter in it. I was kind of hoping for more of a sheen, so it is a little disappointing. Wet n Wild usually has really, really good highlighters. I think they kind of failed with the black highlighter. If you're gonna make a black highlighter, do it right. Oh boy. Of course, I never prepare and bring my wet wipes. Okay, the next thing I got is a rainbow highlighter. It's a little bit darker than the ones they've done before. So this is a newer one. Of course, we've seen probably 100 of these by now since they first came out a few years ago. This one is like more of a... Let's see if I turned on this ring light just a weeny bit. It's like a darker rainbow. So this is the inside. I'm just gonna do like a finger. You can see kind of where it breaks down, but didn't really, let's see. It's really hard to like get your finger lay flat in there. There you go. And then there it is, swatched on the hand. I think that's about as good as like the finger swatch I'm going to get for all the colors actually laid out on my finger. It's really hard to like lay a whole finger in there, but it does swatch in each individual color, so you can do it that way or you can mix them together. Though I don't like to do that because to me that ends up looking muddy just from previous highlighters I've had. So these are just kind of fun. You can use them on the eyes or you can do a whole look with them. Next thing I got is this zombie blush. Of course, these little stickers are so fun to take off. Okay, so zombie blush is definitely a greenish, iridescent gray color. And it definitely swatches, like you can see there's some red in there, but it's definitely very green, yellow, and gray. Now, when you put it on, it shows up, like here's the first just kind of original swatch. You'll see it has like a kind of reddish hue. It's definitely like a color changing. So it's got this kind of gray red color. I'm sorry it's not showing up quite the way I would like it to. And then if you put more pressure when putting it on, you can get that gray green color, but it definitely seems like it might react a little bit to your heat in your body when you blend it out. It doesn't really show up on camera, but you do get this color is more in the middle. It's just not showing up on the other hand on camera. you know, using my cell phone, so what do I expect? The other things I got was just like one of the gel lip liners. This was more just so I can get my free shipping, so, you know, just a real basic liner, lip liner, nothing fancy. And then I got this mixture of stuff. There's some metallic liquid lips in here, and then I'm just gonna kind of show these in the bottle because these are always a pain in the butt to actually get open. And if anybody knows how I feel with the liquid lips, I like to kind of just keep them closed until I use them. I think I have, see, Wet n Wild, I think they made a color similar to this before, this kind of peachy metallic color. So I have something similar that's already open. This is like a metallic pink, which reminds me a little bit of Jeffrey's Dream House. And there's this kind of sparkly black color, which I may open this just to see. Sometimes when they do darker colors metallic, they don't always come out, so this one I will open. Like, they're usually pretty good if they're purples and they're standard stuff. This one I'm most curious to see because their Gothographic collection kind of failed as far as the liquid lips went. But this is the, it's not really so much metallic as it's like slightly glittery, but it does feel much more consistent to their usual formula, so that is good. We'll move on to these little Halloween crayons they came out with. I did not get all the colors because, I don't know, didn't feel a need to. I got white, purple, orange, and yellow, though I thought I had got a few more of these, but I guess not. Of course, this packing slip is not that helpful. I thought I had got a red, but I guess I didn't. Oh my god, these are horrible to try and open. You know, I don't mind companies packaging their stuff like this, generally just like in store, because people are terrible and they'll sit there and swatch everything, even if there's something that's already there as a tester to swatch. People feel the need to open new products. So, I get it. I took the cap. Oh boy. It's like a whole involved process getting these things off. Almost there. Okay. So this first one is the purple violet. Okay, same thing. Purple violet. And actually, that comes up really good. You know, sometimes when you get these kind of Halloween makeup stuff, that the pigment can be very lackluster, or it's like that oil paint, that lovely oil paint from childhood. Yeah, I'm just pulling the top wrapper off. So got white, which I'm hoping it comes, oh, it actually does come out really good. You know, the thing with whites, especially in this type of stuff, they don't show up. They're either really hard or they're like, you have to go over them 50 times to get any payoff out of them. So far, so good on these little Crato crayons, or whatever they want to call them. Multi-sticks, okay, well, they had some little cheeky name for it on their website. Oh, this orange. Why is it looking way more brown on camera? I don't really understand that. It looks like just a true pumpkin orange in person, but like, okay, if you're closer you can see it. And like from far away it looks brown, which would be awful, at least for me. I don't really want a brown multi-stick. Now this yellow one, I'm really hoping this works out, because yellow is another one of those tricky ass colors. Especially, you know, if you can do these cheap, like these retail $2.99. I paid a little less because I had the 30% off. Yeah, yellow's not too bad. It shows up. It's definitely lighter, but that's to be expected. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. So that is everything I got. All my multi-sticks worked out pretty well. The black liquid lipstick actually, you know, has pigment. It's not metallic like they advertised. It is definitely a glitter black lipstick, but that's still cool. My other lipsticks I didn't open, but I already have had similar ones to these from Wet n Wild, so I know they're alright. This kind of a flop. It's just a giant eyeshadow. I wouldn't get it unless you just want a giant black eyeshadow, but like I don't even think the pigment is like that great on it compared to like when they actually make highlighters. Those are awesome. That's not a highlighter. It's kind of a chalky-ish shadow, and I went over it like 3 times to get that. Rainbow highlighter is cool if you like it. This blush is kind of cool if you're going for a kind of zombie look. I could see a lot of creative people doing something with that, so it's definitely worth it. I think this retails for $5.49, but Wet n Wild site has sales a lot and discount codes, so I would just keep your eye out. Oh, and if you have Ebates, you can get extra money back finally from Wet n Wild. I think I got 3% or 3.5. They didn't do it before. They just added Wet n Wild as one of the retailers. So, and I have a code. If you haven't joined Ebates, you can get an extra $10 gift card after your first $25 purchase. I'll put it in my description because I can't think of it off the top of my head. Anyway, this video is kind of long now, so we're done with it. Bye!